Okay, today I want to talk to you about how authors use reasons to support their answers or to support their main thoughts or key points that they're trying to teach you inside of a writing, okay? So today we're going to focus on finding those reasons that authors are using to support their main points. Let's take a look at that. So as readers, we need to be able to identify first the author's main points. What is the main thing that they're trying to teach us? So we need to be able to find those main points. We also need to be able then to find the reasons to support why we think that's the main point or why the author did that. So here's a quick example. So here's the writing that the author would use, blah, 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 blah. Then we hear the word dogs, blah, 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 are, blah, 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 smart. Dogs are smart. Well, that's kind of, the author's pretty much saying that animals or dogs are kind of smart. So here's a picture of a dog, and it looks like he's on a skateboard. Well, that must be pretty hard for a dog to do, like a trick, right? So those two things are really making me think that this writing has something to do with either dogs being smart or animals being smart. So the author's main point is that dogs are smart. He wrote it and he showed us a picture of it. So that's support. So the sentence dogs are smart is a reason. That's one example. Dogs are smart. That is called textual evidence or textual support to support our main point, which is dogs are smart. So that's one clue I found. Another clue is the picture, right? The picture showing a dog doing a trick is another reason to support my idea that the main thought is that dogs are smart. So what we're going to be doing is, what you need to be able to do as a reader is you need to be able to read authors' words and their pictures, figure out what the main point is that the author is trying to teach you, and then find and tell other people what clues made you think that's the main point. So let's practice it together today, okay? So here we go. Here's a picture. Here's a writing that an author did. So they have a picture here, and it has a diagram, so it has some things on the picture as well. And then they have some writing here. So let's take a look. Let's look at the picture first, because we know that the pictures are just as important. The visuals are just as important as the words. So I can see here's owls, so there's some baby owls. This is a nest. That's where the owls live. Here's the wing of an owl. Here's the claws down here. Ooh, they must be sharp. And then they're pointing to the feathers. And then there's an owl and some babies. So let's read the words, because those are just as important too. Remember, we're looking for what is that main point? What's the main point of this? What's this trying to teach us? And the words trying to teach all together. What are those two things trying to teach us? And then let's find the clues or reasons that we feel that way. Owls are large, interesting birds. In some ways, all owls are alike. All owls have large heads. They have circles of feathers around each of their eyes. Owls can't move their eyes like we can. They have to move their whole head to look around. All owls have sharp claws on their feet. The claws help them catch food and sit on tree limbs. So as a reader, we have to look at all this information and find what's the main point, okay? So what is the key point of this text? What's the key point? What's this author trying to teach us? What's that main thing? Well, let me think about that. I see here, he's teaching about owls here, and this is telling owls are large, interesting birds. Okay, so this is teaching me all about owls and how they're kind of all the same, right? So I know the key point of the text is the author's trying to teach me how owls are all alike. They give us things where they live, and then they talk about the things that are the same about them. So now I have to find some reasons to support that. So I need to find some evidence from the picture and from the words that prove that this is talking, that the main point the author's trying to make is that owls are all alike. Okay, so let's find one reason. All right, so one reason, let's see here. Let's take a look. It says the diagram gives us items that all owls have in common. Oh yeah, that's one reason. Right here, the author tells us all of the different items that all the owls have in common. So that's one reason to support that the author's telling us all about how owls are the same. So that's one reason. Let's look at the second reason. Here's another reason. The author writes, all owls have large heads. Oh, so all of the owls have a little bit larger head than their body. Okay. So that's another reason to support that this is all about how owls are alike. Here's another. They have circles of feathers around each of their eyes. So owls have circles of feathers around their eyes. That's another way they're all alike. That's another reason to support it. And that they have claws that catch food and sit on the tree limbs. That was even in the diagram. So they all have claws to use. So as a reader, what you need to be able to do is to read the visuals and read the words and pick out that main point. What's the main thing the author's trying to teach you? And then give reasons why you feel that way. What's the main point? And then give reasons why you feel that way. Was there something in the visual? Was there something in the words? Those are called reasons or support for your answer. So when you get out there, make sure you're reading and thinking about what's the main point my author's trying to get to tell me. And then once you find that, then you can go back and look for reasons that made you feel that way. Okay? Good luck.